subjects. 2 was Christmas and holiday greetings. 3 was to facilitate or to talk about a conference in Syria on ISIS.
But investigators had evidence that those denials were false, and they were concerned that Flynn's lies could leave him open to blackmail by the Russians.
If I could try to clarify.
The acting attorney general at the time delivering this stunning judgment.
We believed that General Flynn was compromised with respect to the Russians.
They're interested in co-opting, not cooperating.
Do you believe he was co-opted by the Russians?
I don't think he was during his time as DI director, no.
Since then?
I can't say. I honestly don't know.
Does it concern you?
Well, sure it would, but I'm speculating here. I don't know.
More than 2 weeks after Yates warned the White House, and 1 day after the Washington Post revealed the false statements in a story,
thank you very much,
the president fired Flynn.
Mike Flynn is a fine person, and I asked for his resignation. He respectfully gave it.
Still, his departure from the Trump White House was not the end of his troubles. On December 1st, Flynn pleaded guilty to repeatedly lying to the FBI about his conversations with Kislyak as part of the special counsel's probe into possible cooperation between the Trump campaign and the Russian government. Flynn is now cooperating with the investigation. Sources interviewed by the special counsel tell CNN that Flynn was also under scrutiny for failing to report payments he received from a Kremlin-tied Russian propaganda network.
Thank you so much for inviting me and having me here.
Including during his trip to Moscow in 2015, when he appeared alongside Russian President Vladimir Putin at a lavish banquet. His questionable overseas business dealings did not end with Russia. Also of interest to investigators, Flynn signed a contract to advocate for the Turkish government. Among his alleged projects, a plot to extradite Turkish dissident Fethullah Gulen to Turkey from the U.S. at the request of Turkish President Erdogan.
What I saw and heard was the end of a conversation. It's not entirely clear what transpired because of that.
Former CIA Director James Woolsey says he was at a meeting at the 21 Club in New York City where Flynn and representatives of the Turkish government discussed the idea.
But it looks as if there was at least some strong suggestion by the one or more of the Americans present at the meeting to the Turks that we would be able, the United States would be able through them to get hold of Gulen.
The Wall Street Journal reported that Flynn's fee for his Turkey work was as high as $15 million. Flynn has denied any such plan. Still, regarding Russia, it is becoming clearer that Flynn was not acting alone.
Might K.T. McFarland and Jared Kushner find themselves in trouble?
Court documents reveal that Flynn spoke with multiple senior transition officials, including then-Trump advisor K.T. McFarland and Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, about his contacts with the Russian ambassador. And what about President Trump? What did he know, and when did he know it? From the beginning, he tried to shut down the investigation of Flynn. This according to former FBI Director James Comey.
I took it as a very disturbing thing, very concerning.
And even after Flynn pled guilty, Trump was still supportive of him.
I feel badly for General Flynn. I feel very badly. He's led a very strong life, and I feel very badly, John.
This is a guy who was a detail man, right, as an intelligence officer. Do those entanglements surprise you? Can you explain them?
A bit, they do, and I can't explain them. I say he's a different person after he left active duty.
Michael Flynn, the lieutenant general who served 3 decades, the intelligence officer who played a key role in hunting down terrorists, now a confessed felon. His future in legal limbo.
This is a person who spent a lot of time defending this country in war zones, so to see what's happened to him is sort of a tragedy.
How could the Mike Flynn of yesteryear be the Mike Flynn of yestermonth? It is very much a mystery.
Now the mystery is just how far up the campaign and the administration did Flynn's Russian outreach go?
has won.
America.